here's what's coming up.
Okay, we're starting our show a little over a minute to you.
3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
President Trump says he's got this, but Democrats beg to differ after spending 4 years building a counter-movement. I speak to grassroots organizers Leah Greenberg and Laurie Goldman. Then,
at the end of the day, democracy depends on a common purpose if we're going to have effective governance.
what if this democracy doesn't work for the majority anymore? Our Walter Isaacson speaks to Harvard professor Danielle Allen about breaking the vicious partisan cycle. And
despite all that's happened, and despite all that's still happening, there's still possibility.
a healing balm for dystopian America. We celebrate HBO's new film version of American Utopia with a look back at my interview with musician and star David Byrne. Welcome to the program, everyone. I'm Christiana Manpour in London. There are 2 weeks to go until the American election, either a blink of an eye or an eternity, depending on your mindset. And Donald Trump is playing defense on the campaign trail, holding non-socially distant rallies in key states like Arizona and Pennsylvania, which he won in 2016. As new COVID cases rise to numbers not seen since the summer peak, Trump is torching his own scientific experts, as one public health advisor calls it, attacking the fire department when the house is burning down. Meanwhile, Democrat Joe Biden leads in CNN's poll of polls by 53% to 42%, and he's on track to gather well more than the 270 electoral votes that he'll need to win the presidency. However, there are always the unknowns of actual election day, or election week, as the case may be. 2020 is also a critical census year, as each state gears up to apportion power over the next 10 years. In the 2010 census, Republicans racked up major advantages in Congress and the states. Now, Democratic activists are fighting back at the grassroots level. Leah Greenberg is the co-founder of the Indivisible Project, and Laurie Goldman launched her own action group, Femmes for Dems. Ladies, activists, welcome to the program. Let me ask you what here we are. We've said what the poll of polls is saying. We were talking about how they seem to be putting Vice President Biden ahead, but that President Trump feels that he might not have thought this a couple of weeks ago, but now that he's sure that he's going to win. Let me ask you, Leah, you are with your husband, former congressional staffers. You formed this project to get to the grassroots. What do you see as an avenue in terms of registration and other things that Republicans may be able to do to actually pull out a victory? Okay. No, we're not hearing it. Okay. Laurie, let me turn to you. Laurie, let me turn to you, because Femmes for Dems is a really very, catchy name. And what we're hearing, especially in the suburbs, is the story of a gender gap, and in certain major key swing states or key states, President Trump down by quote-unquote record-breaking margin.